Hello, children of the world. It's Mama. Did you miss me? Because I sure have missed you. So today, Mama's going to tell you a story of her experience going to this mooncake workshop that I just went to today, and it did not turn out as expected. Well, as I was kind of had the intention. So what I realized after the workshop had started was that it was not a mooncake where you bake it. It's like cold. And so I was like, the fuck? Anyway, so I didn't realize this type of mooncake existed. I thought it was just called mochi. So the hell? Anyway, so I went to this workshop because my friend posted on Facebook, and I was like, "Oh, that'd be interesting." And it's only $5 to go, so I was like, "Okay, that's not that bad." Like, I would go spend $5, $5 whole, and learn a new skill. So I was like, "Okay, let me do this." And so I showed up, give them money, blah blah, and like they made us sign up, and I was like, "Thank God!" I was like, crossed off, do not email me list, do not leave an email, do not contact me, because I don't want to be on another chain mail emailing list. Anyway, so I went, and I was like, so when the class started, she was like, oh, it seemed promising because she showed all the ingredients and everything. Also, she's like the whole time was like, this is organic. I got this organic. It's really good for you. That's why I got it because all the ingredient is organic and it's really good for. It's really healthy for you. It's organic. It's so healthy. It's organic. Like it's so good for you. It's so good for you. And then it got a little bit weird because she started saying, "Oh, mix these ingredients, yada 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 yada." And I was like, "Okay, but you're gonna show us, right?" And then turns out she already made it, so she's not even doing the Martha Stewart thing where she's like, "Oh, let's mix this together," and boom, I have another one already made already. No, she like she made everything. So she made the covering, she made the little like it's like anyways. So I thought it was like, oh, maybe it's like a cakey consistency because it didn't click in because she was like, oh, when it's baking, it'll be translucent. So it still hasn't clicked in that it's like really chewy and glutinous. I thought was like, oh, it's like you bake it as a cake or anything. You just like mold it into shape. I was like, oh, that's cool. But no, it's like a legit like mochi shit. And I'm like, okay, a little backstory why I don't eat anything that's super gluten. Because when I was 2, I choked on a little mochi while I was talking and trying to be sassy and just try eating at the same time. And I choked and I went blue in my face. And after that, I could never eat or swallow anything that's like really like really just like glutinous, just like really, like chewy. I am not gluten free, so don't get that twisted. It has nothing to do with it. It's like it's just that chewiness of it. Like you know how like jelly bean is like it's like it's chewy, but it has a hard shell, and it's like that's fine. But it's like gummy bear, that's fine because it's almost like jello consisting. That's fine. But if it's like really doughy, I think yeah, the doughy is the word. If it's doughy, oh no. Anyway, so I was like scarred. Anyway, so I was like, oh my god, I am not gonna have any of this because I could make this and I'm just not gonna eat it. I'm just gonna throw it away. So anyway, so she showed us the mold and everything. So it seemed promising. I was like, okay, fine, like I'll play along. And then so she handed out like she started getting us like to start making it because it's like we have to stretch it out and everything. And as I have nails, I can't really stretch it out, so I just literally like put it on the table and start patting it, and which worked fine. And then she handed out like, oh, she was like, oh, I thought we were gonna like do like traditional like red bean, egg yolk, blah blah. But she was all like, oh, also she's this like I think she's Kanto, but she's this Asian woman and her English is like good, but heavy accent. Like you could understand her, but very heavy accent. And she kept saying like something about some numbers, and then I didn't realize what she was talking about till I realized, oh my gosh, she's talking about Y2K, because she's like something about like I forgot I can't remember exactly like how she said it, but I clicked it and then she's like, oh my gosh, she's talking about the younger generation because she was all like, oh, this is like a hybrid, it's like for younger kids, yada yada, and then like Y2K, and I didn't really click it until I was like, oh, she's referring to us, like Y2K kids, like kids are like in the anyway. Anyway, so I was like, oh, okay. And anyway, so so she was like, oh, like so you can add blueberries, you can add this and this and this. And so I thought I was learning traditional mooncake instead of this like whitewash mooncake workshop thing. So I would have like stormed out and like be like, fuck you, give me my money back. But I was like, you know what? It's only $5, so I'm not gonna be angry about this. And then so so also we only have an hour. So I was really, so I should have clued in. I was like, how could you make mooncake in an hour? Because normally it takes longer. Anyways, so we started shopping them, and I sat with this table where like we are just rebels. So my friend was with that, and then we met a couple things, and then so we decided. She was like, oh, like 4 to 3 blueberries per little like container thing, and we're like, no, we want us to be really stuffed. We want it to be like big, and so we're like, fuck that. So we're like, we just start shoving like 12 blueberries when she's like 4 to 3. And I was like, who wants to not have blueberry fill? And so I was wrapping it. And so the first one, it was decent size. And then as she gave us the dough, it got smaller and smaller because she got really stingy. She's like, oh, like, and I'm like, why are you not giving us any? Like, anyway, so it got smaller and smaller. And then when we came to the molding process, because she had this like stamping thing, I thought we get to do it ourselves. But it turns out she was gonna like angrily stop like stamp it for us. So she was like, ah, and then she took like on my biggest one, and then she's like, ah, this is too big, and she like pinched it and like broken the seal, so all the blueberries gushing out. And then she like put it with my little mooncake one that is desperately needing for more dough. And so my big one, my pride and joy is damaged. And then now I was like, what have you done? And then when she went and squished it, my blueberry fell out everywhere. And I was like, rude. Anyway, so I was just not impressed. And then what what she didn't realize was the person who's hired her for the program is sitting there in our table and not impressed by her attitude of not letting us use them all. And so we're like, this is not really a good cooking workshop. This is terrible. And so she didn't realize she's been judged with this whole thing. And I'm like, oh girl, like know who cuts your paycheck. And so anyway, so she like made a so anyways, and she was like, oh, you're using too much rice powder, blah blah blah, and all this. And I was like, oh whatever, I don't care. It's only for Instagram because I'm not eating this goodness shit. And so I was like, I want it to be pretty because people only care about if it's pretty on Instagram. And so anyway, so I was like trying to make it pretty, and it just didn't work because it was too small because it didn't really have the thickness of like mooncake because that's in my mind we're like that's why we made. Anyways, and so yeah, she didn't let us use it. And then I was like, fuck this. So when she went away and she gave us more dough, she's like, oh, we should make another one. So she gave us more this time. But I'm like, it's not enough. So I was like, I took that and like plump it with my little tiny one. So I like merged it all together and become this like little bigger ball. And then while she's distracted, I like rush to the table, get the mold, stamp it, pieced out, give it back to her and be like, done, done. And mine turned out really well. So, and then, and then my rest of my friends, they did it and it turned out really well. One of the person that we just shared the table with, she got hers so well. So we're like, you know what? I'm gonna use that on my Instagram because you don't know. Well, now you know. Now that I told you, but before then, you don't know. You don't know. Stranger don't know. But yeah, so I guess I didn't like it. Yeah, I didn't like it. And then and then what's funny was the person who was who was gonna give her the check was not impressed by her like because she rushed everybody and it wasn't really like you didn't really learn anything and it was kind of like misrepresentation. Anyway, so she got a little bit passive aggressive giving her a check, so she like made her wait 45 minutes to cut her a check. And so I was like, this is what you get, girl. Like, people's gonna mess with you if you try to mess with somebody else. But anyways, yeah, so I hope you get some joy out of the story. But yeah. So I guess the moral of the story is don't do all the cooking for us at a cooking workshop, because people come to cooking workshop with the intention to actually be cooking. So, yeah. Remember, Mama loves you.